you start disappearing to this location that I'm going to tell you. When people start disappearing to this location that I'm about to tell you, then you need to know what's next. Why am I showing this video? Because this is a part of the whole climate agenda, the whole climate war agenda that's going on. And I'm about to give you some documents about smart islands. And I'm about to show you that NATO also, guess what they just did? They're saying they're going to be trying to shift their focus to the ongoing climate agenda plan that is coming next. And now this is a whole refocus militarily on the climate agendas. So I want to get you into this because this is highly important, because people will start disappearing. And once they do start disappearing, don't think it's because they're going to the greatest place in the world. Oh, a nice little coconut island. I'm over here on my coconut island. Yeah, a smart island. And you touch the leaves and all the sensors on the leaves and everything else. What's going on, everybody? Now let's get you into what I'm talking about. The things that's going on right now, even with the whole situation that we're seeing, is going to shift the way life is, period. And they wanted China and US to work together on climate agendas, but it looked like now they're starting to shift the plan, as US Air Force spy plane made a super close flight off China's coast just the other day. Now, this was a reconnaissance aircraft that flew close to China's coast than ever before. That's what the intelligence is saying about this situation. But at the same time, NATO is saying that they want to counter China in this situation. So you got to remember, while we go through the climate wars, it's also going to have the China situation going on. And then NATO is now saying they need to counter them. But at the same time, we're now seeing the biggest move start to happen. But anyway, top U.S. diplomat warns China threatens NATO security costs for joint approach to counter Beijing, March 24th, 2021, 24th. Said that so stupidly. But Secretary of State Antony Blinken said there's no question China threatens the collective security NATO allies, particularly when it comes to technology. Why am I talking about this? This is going to be just in the background. Like, once everything goes down, it's going to go down. They're going to make this issue a background issue, because while we're looking at this right now, they're currently already saying this. Check it out. Facing sweltering soldiers in flooded ports, NATO to focus on climate change. And what did the UN say? That we have 10 months. The UN said we have 10 months. What's going on, everybody, in the comment section? 10 months to do what you need to do, because they then will start expanding the climate agendas. And we already got the geoengineering like crazy in the cities and everything else. Now I'm going to show you some documents here at the end of this video, and if you can just stay and hold on to your seat and just get a little information, you'll know what's going to happen in the future. But if you can't, then you won't really know. So put it in your watch later and watch it later, even if you don't watch it all right now. But I'm encouraging you to watch it all right now. Hotter summers in Iraq are blasting soldiers sitting inside armored vehicles. Flooding is threatening the world's largest Navy base. Russian submarines are prowling melting Arctic. Now NATO Security General wants to make a global warming a major focus of the military alliance strategy and planning, pushing environmental issues to the center of security threat. You see, that's why everything is about to become a background issue. And now they're about to go and have this meeting. The new NATO push, it says, which was approved Tuesday by Alliance foreign ministries at gathering at the headquarters in Brussels, signals a significant shift for the organization, which has traditionally guarded against threats from Russia and other political actors around the world. So now they have the special UN envoy on climate change say he hopes leaders will use a summit later this year to pledge to make their militaries carbon neutral by 2050, which means you're going to be in a climate military state, where they're going to be enforcing all these different climate situations. Somebody says great reporting. Definitely, thanks for tuning in. Now, after all that flooding, I want to, before we get into the smart islands, which we're about to get into in a few seconds, Bill Gates is about to release some chalk on you. Okay, and we ain't talking about school boards and teachers and, oh, my teacher has some chalk, or, oh, it's just normal chalk. No, he's about to release chalk into the atmosphere. Remember, I told you what calcium carbonate does. If you have too much calcium carbonate, it's bad for your kidneys. And what does that cause for the kidneys? A lot of bad things. Am I saying that's going to happen in this scenario? I'm saying it's a possibility. Could dimming the sun help cool the earth? Bill Gates wants to spray millions of tons of chalk into the atmosphere, into the stratosphere, to reflect sunlight and slow global warming, they say. But they've already said this is something that's super dangerous. But does Bill Gates care? Does Bill Gates care? No. And it says project aims to put chalk in the atmosphere to test to block the part of the sun. And you know there's going to be some particles in there, and they're not going to tell you everything. The balloon lifts 1,300 pounds of equipment up to 12 miles into the stratosphere, more than 4 pounds. This is going to lead to why the climate goes in the way it goes, and this is going to lead to the managing of populations disappearing to the smart islands that I'm about to show you in a second. They even got a plan where they're showing you like little places and how you can live and all this stuff. But the relocation strategy that they're planning for right now and implementing will be coming to coastline areas with lots of flooding, lots of hurricanes, lots of different devastation. You'll be relocated to a smart island, which I told you about before, but the plan gets more complex as we go. Anyway, Bill Gates, he gonna drop chalk on you. And it says the equipment will study the ways the chalk interacts with the atmosphere as it falls back to Earth. This is the newest thing that he's supposed to be doing. The project will see a test balloon launch this summer from the town of Kirana. It will send 2 kilograms of chalk into the stratosphere 12 miles above the Earth's surface. Scientists will then monitor who the dust particles interact with. It says who the dust particles interact with the atmosphere. The floods are now causing thousands and thousands of spiders to come out. Here's the video. And so spiders just pretty much everywhere. And also those camel spiders that was in like in Iraq and stuff. It reminded me of that, but it wasn't that big. It's just the fact that this is a snake right here. Let's take it back real. Where is the flamethrowers, man? Because look at all this. I would not want to live in Australia. Heck no. Because the movie Eight-Legged Freaks is showing you spiders just hopping up everywhere, and then people just getting attacked. But the spiders obviously was way bigger than this. But again, think about it. Once the climate wars happen and everything else, now you got the spiders running at you and all these other weird things and objects. I'm gonna go to that clip. There's a little quick trailer of it right there. They show you the spiders. Oh shoot, he got his butt webbed up out there. But dang, that's gonna be people in Australia. Nah, I'm kidding. Let me stop that. I don't want to scare people like that. But anyway, let's go into the next piece of information. This is the design boom right here. This is where they say you're gonna live after the climate situation. Then I'm gonna show you the documents. W Lab proposes self-sufficient biocabins for post-climate change age. So they like, well, we got these biocabins for you. You just walk on in here, right? We've devastated your climate, right? We hit you with the geoengineering. Bill Gates, he's got you. Yeah. So now you're gonna live in these biocabins, which don't look that bad, right? But then you find out you're on some weird island where they want you to be. And so it says W Lab evaluates how people could survive in possible post-climate change age scenario, gathering existing technologies and current bioconstruction solutions to shape a futuristic low environmental impact habitat for a desert climate. So guess who they're going to introduce this to? People in Nevada, people in California, people in Arizona, people in New Mexico, people in Colorado areas, all that. This has just came out. Now, what's even more important? This is where they talk about right here. Governments look to smart islands for high-tech and low-carbon solutions. Now, I'm going to take you into the documents where they talk about they want to relocate you. And they're the problem. They bring the solution. You get your butt over there in some smart island because, oh, we devastated your climate. We're sorry, but we got a solution for you. Let's go to these documents real quick, because you need to see it. 668989. Let's go. We're going to go with the documents. What's going on, everybody? Somebody says you can't waste time. So once you see this happening, you got to get out of there. This is the freaking documents, everybody. You need to get this out to everybody, okay? I don't think anybody's talking about it as much, but there's a plan for us after this happened. But if we know about the plan and we can then in real time reverse what's happening and think about it and know where not to be, then we can make change. Climate smart island. Here it is. Background. Due to low geographic altitude, their island's nature, developing infrastructure, Caribbean nations are particularly at risk to climate and accompanying impacts, including weather irregularities, accelerated coastal erosion, and rising sea levels in recent years. Multiple nations have suffered significant damage due to frequent climate change related extreme weather events, including hurricanes, tornadoes, tropical storms, intense wind, rain, high ocean acidity levels from increased carbon dioxide can cause harsh marine environments. So you go down here and it says about the program. Well, let's know about the program. It says to help build resiliency. Anyway, hold up. The sheep was like, "Oh, you got something for us. You gonna help us?" To help build resilience against climate change, the Inter-American Development Bank, so a bank launched this. The bank, all the rest of them, the Rothschild, all of them probably was in it. American Development Bank launched the Climate Smart Islands program under the Sustainable Islands platform. The Climate Smart Island program aims to demonstrate ways to transition to low carbon and climate resilient pathway into the pilot islands. And they tell you all the islands of Bahamas and everything else. They also already admitted that they want to do it in Texas coastlines, any coastlines really that you can name that they say going to get flooded and going to get hit with hard storms. Climate Smart Islands. So think about it. That do sound like some Hunger Games stuff. Climate Smart Islands has been working over the past year to identify and implement climate resilient mitigation and adaptation measures in priority sectors. So they got these sectors, these different areas, islands all over. And one thing I told you I noticed, they don't shoot as much chemtrails off the coastlines of the Gulf of Mexico and Mississippi. I see it mainly in the cities. So obviously it's something going on out there. And now you're starting to learn that the maps and everything else, the globe, is not really what they're telling you. It's just a circle. But on the outside of that is something else going on, which it was a square where all the rest of the islands are on the old ancient maps. It was a Buddhist map or whatever. Adaptation measures in priority sectors including transport, infrastructure, energy, water, waste treatment, tourism, to identify. And so that's why they don't want to fix the cities, because they already doing it on some smart islands where they're going to want to control and monitor everything you do. And it says the identified measures were analyzed from cost, benefit, commercial, potential, perspective. Pilot projects are being carried out on 3 islands. Climate Smart Island. Under this program, Climate Smart Island is defined as an island that has committed to embark on a journey towards climate change resiliency. Actually, let's say it in their words. Under this program, a Climate Smart Island is defined as an island committed to embark on a journey towards climate change resiliency, and by assessing this climate change related to exposure, catalyzing public and private community actions to most sustainable climate adaptation. None of this is funny, dude. I'm just sitting here because I'm saying it like this because they're going to say it to you like that. They're going to be on the news. By doing so, the Climate Smart Island is continuing to protect its natural cultural resources, so the visitors today and in the future will be able to enjoy the island's hospitality. Welcome to the Smart Islands. It's going to sound something like that. They're going to have like some promotion or something like that. And here it is right here. SustainableIslandsPlatform.org. It's funded by Inter-American Development Bank. Actually, I want to click that. Who's behind it? Who's behind it? All right, I want to copy that. So I'm going to look into that later in another video. Thanks for tuning in to this one live. Please get it out to everybody you know. Share the information because they need to know about this, because this is the plan. This is what they are actually doing. And when people disappear, that's because they're going to Smart Island. So just because people disappear, you don't know where they go. Well, this will be one reason when areas get devastated, just like they're pushing. So I have videos on a Geo America Activated. I'm finna do a video on jwtv about what's going on in other situations. So you can check out Geo America Activated where I get into all that. And then it's another video I just did the other day right there that you can check out. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell, share it out. Remember, click the bell or you will not get notifications. And somebody says, Steven, you are banned from the Red Bull. I don't have Red Bull. I don't take Red Bull. No spamming, somebody says. Spam the truth. B Flaves. Thanks. Definitely. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm out.